Hey, what's going on out there? I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And in this video, I wanted to go over the idea. Do we really need third-party drum kits? Now, in this video, I'm going to be using Battery from Native Instruments. I've had this for years and years. I'm going to be using Impact, which is a VST from Studio One. And I'm going to be using Snare Jordan. So, are the native sounds that come with your DAW enough? Are the one-shots that you get from maybe a splice or a loop cloud, are they enough? Or do we have to go somewhere like a Native Instruments to get our drums? So I want to go ahead and start with Battery. I'm going to open this up so you can see it, and we'll go ahead and play it with this sample. Now, the first thing I noticed here is the kick is kind of hitting around 70 hertz or so. Listen to this. The bottom of the snare is at like 180. And we can see the top of the snare is around 6K. And one thing I like is there's not a lot of energy around 2K, which is pretty, piercing to the ear when it's, has a lot of amplitude to it. So it's very well balanced in terms of sound. And with Battery, as you can see, there's a lot of things you can do with this. You can add saturation, lo-fi, you can, add your EQ, certain LFOs we can attach to it. As you can see here, we can set the loop points for each sound here. Then we have this master channel, add reverb, delay, compression, tape saturation, limiting, all within this module. So that is Battery. I'm going to go ahead and close that up and then go to Impact. So I'm going to open this and we'll listen to it. Now with this, the kick is sitting a little lower, only a few hertz lower, like 70 or 60. What do we have? About 68 to 70 hertz. One thing I noticed is the bottom of the snare is not as prominent as it was in Battery. I think the kick is overpowering that a little, and seems like the top of the snare is up farther around the 8K area. But as far as the module itself, as you can see, we can pitch up the instruments, filter out the sounds, drive more into it. We can actually add some saturation with this drive here. Yeah, so we have that. So next, I'm going to go with Snare Jordan. So let's go ahead and play that. Now with Snare Jordan, the bottom of the kick is hitting around the same area. I did notice that the bottom of the snare is up a little further, around 200 hertz, but it's more prominent than it was in Impact. The only thing I don't like about this, as you can see, is the upper register. It's almost non-existent. Although I feel like the snare is hitting at a better, range, it's just not that loud. Now, I do remember Jake One, who makes Snare Jordan, said that he uses the ASR10 to filter his drum sounds through. And I think he also uses some type of outboard gear, like, you know, one of these consoles, you know, to give it more dirt and grit. But to me, I feel like Battery is the best out of the three. So let's listen to that one more time. And there you have it. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Maybe, you know, your DAW has a better native setup where your drums hit a little better than Battery. Maybe you have some one shots that are better than these Snare Jordan drums. But for this video, Battery takes the cake. And one thing about Battery, I want to open this up really quick one more time. There are so many kits that come with this. Now, I have the Native Instruments 13, if I'm not mistaken, and I have like it's not the best, it's like a tier below the best, so it came with a whole bunch of drum kits. I don't know what the standard is, it might be half of this, but again, like the sounds themselves sound incredible. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it helped you out, and until next time, peace.